I have a lot of social anxiety and anxiety in general. And so it's been hard, it's been a learning process on how to handle people and like realizing what's genuine and what's not. So I'm still figuring it out. Having really good people around me, like my cousin, she's like kind of like my mentor. She checks me and like lets me know like, all right, you know, you're like making this scenario in your head, everything's fine. Like don't overwhelm yourself with things that are not really happening, you know? That's what anxiety is, worrying about what could go wrong. And I've shown up each time and I've seen that I'm capable, but sometimes you just get insecure that you're not. I'm like, this is all gonna fall apart, ah! And then I'm like, wait, no, you're okay, you know what you're doing. I need to trust myself. So that, I think that's something that I've been working on. Therapy helps too. I do know that that's something that can hinder me. My anxiety can cripple me, and I don't want that to overcome me. Because it's like sometimes you don't want to get out of bed, and you don't want to write an email, and you don't want people to be upset with you because you didn't write that email on time. I feel like I'm gonna cry. It's hard. It's really, really hard.
Well, I'm pretty open with like everything that I've been through. I've been through clinical depression for too long, like a couple of years. After I got to a certain, I guess, number of followers in a sense, I didn't want it to go to waste because first things first, I never asked for, you know, people to follow me. I never asked for people to interact or engage. I was always just very like introverted. So when it got to a certain point and I felt like I had to speak, I had to talk just because there were so many people following me, I felt like it would be such a waste to not broadcast what I've been through. I just want to be living proof to other people, especially the ones that actually support me, that, you know, yes, this is life, shit happens, it sucks, but you can't let those little things that are so negative and are trying to pull you down stick on you. I feel like every single time I meet one of my supporters, which happens almost every single day, it's always the same exact feeling. It's always the same feeling of just feeling like a deep breath type thing. I don't wanna, I mean, it might sound corny, but really like they're one of the reasons why I'm still here. My family is another reason why like I'm still here. And
a teacher should be one of the highest paying jobs. A teacher should be the ballers. I should be going in a mansion. You know how great I was, bro? And I'm gonna brag about it because ain't nobody, y'all killed that. I bring schools that were failing, the worst transfer schools in New York City. Ask them, man. In Brownsville, go ask them. I saved them. I'm saving jobs. I'm saving the administrator's job. I'm saving the kids' lives. I loved it. I was never a teacher who told a classroom of students, each one of you can be anything you want to be. What am I going to, why am I telling them that, man? That's like, come on, man. That's a few inches away from Santa Claus. You can be anything you want to be. What do I look like selling that dream to this dude who gets a 99 on the Regents standardized exam, but lives in Brownsville houses and needs to work so that his mom can have some backup in the house? What am I telling you? You could be anything you want to be for. I know that he has the potential, right? And I know that's what people mean. But I also know he has practical things that are gonna get in his way. I tell them that you're gonna have hurdles, and unfortunately society will try to limit you to a fraction of what you can be. But know that you can do it, but it's gonna take a lot of work and for you to believe it when no one else believes it.
We all wanna take risks, we all wanna do things, we all wanna fight, but you gotta be organized, you gotta mobilize, you gotta have things together, you gotta know exactly what you're doing. You can't just go into the battlefield not prepared. So I think as black people, we stray away from that because we're so creative, we're so talented that a lot of times we can just wing it. But the art world is set up totally different, you know what I mean? It's not necessarily set up for us to win unless we come with a plan. And to be in the art world, it's not just about sticking to your own people, staying with your own group of people. No, you gotta get into these other markets. You gotta get into these other showrooms. You have to get into these other galleries. You have to meet these other art dealers, these art buyers. And what happens is when certain people get in, especially people of color, when they get in, they don't go back and get other people. It's like dog eat dog. It's like, oh, I got here, and it's like, it's rare that I'm here. Sometimes you even internalize those thoughts without even realizing. You're like, damn, like, I gotta watch, you know what I mean? Like, you know, so we have to get out of that mindset. And I'm not saying that we have to bring everybody along, but you have to bring people with you because you have to establish your peership around you. You have to establish things around you. And in order to really have a good setting to like stand on, you have to get into those spaces first. You have to tell your story, let people know how you're going to roll, how you're going to do things, and how you're going to execute. And then you bring in the pieces around you. Because as soon as you set up shop, you bring the staff in. You know what I mean? And like, that's what we have to do in the art world. If you get into the MoMA, I don't feel like you should switch up the type of person that you are. If you get into the MoMA and you like grits and you like chicken wings, fuck that. Like, continue to be that person because they need to see that it's also a black person that is 100% unapologetically black and doesn't change up his persona for anybody.